Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Jyoti Kiran. Let's just see today how to use the MCP server for this simple REST call which gives me some information. So if I change the page from 2 to just 1, then I'm getting some response with basically some user data like ID, email, first name, last name and avatar. So if I change it to 3, I'm not getting any results. It's again 401 unauthorized. So right now let's just stick to page 1 and we'll try to use MCP server, which gives me user interaction like talking to a AI in a chat bot, right? If I ask a question, it should be able to give me a response in a natural language prompt, right? So for that I have Visual Studio Code and also MuleSoft extensions added, and right now we have this new option which came up recently. So create an agent network, and I'm selecting this option, just checking out for the first time, and I'll name it as testing MCP, and also I'll put a name in front of it, and just give any name that you want and select a business group, and make sure your Visual Studio Code has been in sync and linked with your Anypoint platform user ID. So if you see at the bottom, it shows signed out at the right bottom. If you have signed in, it will show your user ID. So once you signed in and application is created, this is how it looks, an MCP server. I have no idea what is happening here, but I'll just take advantage of the AgentForce or Einstein that we have for MuleSoft, where I can ask to write code. And remember, to have Einstein in your Anypoint Code Builder, you need to enable those permissions in your access management. So here I'm giving just simple prompt. As you see, can you create a MCP server with gives REST. Results from this simple get method, get call, and this is a URL. So I just know that the URL works and gives me a response, so I just given that. And now Einstein or AgentForce is so powerful, MuleSoft Dev Agent it is called as of now. It runs everything for you. As you see, it's processing, and it is looking at the available tools, and it's also referring to the MCP documentation on the background, and then it started to work on it literally. Now it will create an MCP server and fetch data from the request response.in reqres, and it's an API. So AgentForce will execute some of the commands, and right now if you see, my current machine doesn't have Node.js, so it's also installing Node.js for me. All I have to do is just click that blue button there, run command, and it will install and brew the node on my machine that will be needed to run an MCP server on my machine. And in the terminal you can see it has downloaded and it is brewing the node on my machine, and it also created few files on my system. All I just have to give them approvals or approve command. As you see, I'm not clicking anything or creating anything. I just gave a user prompt, and AgentForce or MuleSoft Dev Agent is so powerful that it knows the step-by-step process and when to create what. See, I have to just click on save when it appears, or else it's just running fine by itself, creating new files. It has created agent network.yaml, which is very powerful and important for this MCP server. And also right now it's creating package.json. So give it some time, and now we see that tsconfig.json has been created by the same AgentForce. I'll just get rid of this YAML file, which is just a XML representation of the virtual flow that we have seen for MCP. Now, right now, index.ts is creating indexes for the response of the URL that we have given to the MCP server or the AgentForce. So this is very important. This is where the indexing comes into the picture. So it created that, and I provided some more proceed while running, all of this blue buttons that pop up there right on top of the cancel button. So make sure you auto approve, enable and read, so it doesn't ask all of those basic questions. So right now we are still working on index.ts, and right now a command has to be executed for the npm cache permission issue. So I'm running that. And AgentForce will execute that command that you see on the screen. Proceed with execution, and it's still running. And the command has been executed at the bottom, if you see. And npm has done few steps there. And if you see, this is the location where the command has been executed, created few folders. And then we need to give it some approvals, so that a4b the mcp settings.json, which is very important here, because this is where we'll get the location of the MCP server that we have to use later in our demo. So in this we will also integrate with Claude AI, so that it's very easy to just get that user experience that you get in interaction with an AI bot, right? That chat bot. So we'll use Claude AI for the front end, and on the background we are just still working, AI is still working on the background, right? So it's editing lot of files and working on executing commands. And right now it made some calls to the API and making sure that page 1 will be the parameter that gets us the results. So basically it's a static parameter right now. We are not using any API keys or any input parameters. So this is a very simple basic MCP server demo that you can see, which doesn't have any complications. Basically we are requesting a get call which gets a 200 response, success response, and we are just doing a MCP server on top of it to get that AI bot chat experience, so that I can ask bot for the results and it will just give the response for me. As you see on the top, these are all the steps, and wherever you see the purple color, it means it's a terminal command. And now almost we are there, just a few more seconds. As you see, it's all in green text, that means it's working fine. So if you see, if you want to start a new task, you can start, but I want to stick to this. I want to get that overview of what all happened and how it has done. So if you read this, the MCP server is now installed and configured. It will automatically start when the system loads and provides REST API capabilities for the request response.in service through the MCP protocol. You can use the get users and get user tool to fetch user data from the API, and this is the package and folder structure that it has created for the project. Basically it's called the project structure. And API verification on the top green, you can see that it has tested basically by itself if this project is working fine. So right now we have completed the first step, that is creating an MCP server with no code, basically just with a prompt using Anypoint Code Builder and Einstein or MuleSoft Dev Agent it can be called, or even AgentForce. So the first step is completed. If you are doing it simultaneously, congratulations guys. Now we are on the second step. So for the second step, just download the desktop version of the Claude. I'll give that download link in the description below, so just download that for your Mac OS or Windows, whichever it is, and install that inside your applications. So I'm just dragging and dropping it. It's very easy in the iOS or Mac OS, and then close this. Now you have the Claude desktop on your machine, and open that Claude application. Then you can see this user interface, and you have to sign in. So make sure you sign in with your user credentials, and this is a mandatory step to use the Claude desktop version. Once you have signed in, there you go, this is the window. So here, as soon as you are here, it's not still in linked with the MCP server yet, this user interface. So this is the almost the last step. So I'm going to see if I already have Claude desktop.config.json on my machine. For that I have opened the Finder and then just searching in the search box for Claude desktop config.json. So in the search I'm writing that. I don't see any so far, just giving some more alphabets here so that if it could search. I clearly don't have that file on my machine. Now I'll go and create a new file. So for that, opening terminal again, and now I am looking for basically copied the two commands there, like make a directory in the applications for Claude, and then another command there, touch command, to create that file. Inside that file I'm writing the basic code, wait to link. So I'm just removing the other metadata that has been copied from the AI response there, and then just giving a JSON. Since this is a JSON file, I don't think we need these three symbols are there. I'm just removing that, and then since this is a Claude desktop config.json, which includes a simple argument which came I'll show you where to copy that and where to paste it. But basically once this is created, quit that Claude desktop app and then reopen the app freshly, and you'll see that it will be in link with your MCP server. So let's just start testing that. I'll just send a hi message just to see if Claude is working or not. Once it's responded, then I'll just paste a basic command like give me user with id2, like fetch user with id2, right? So once I paste it and send that, then Claude is working on the background. So it's saying it will fetch the user with id2 for you. But there you have few options. Either you can deny the Claude desktop in accessing the MCP server, or you can allow once or always allow. For now, for this example case, I will go ahead and allow this like always allow, because I need to test this multiple times. That's why I'll click on always. Before I do that, I just want to go there on my VS Code and see if any commands are running. So all good. I'll just select allow command, allow always, and now it's working, and it gave me the right information for the ID number 2. And next, how many users I have in total. And I'm allowing again, because we spoke about a user one before, that's a different call, and now users, it's a different call. So you have 12 users in total. The data is spread across 2 pages with 6 users per page. So this is very descriptive and also very natural language. So right now in this command we are asking, can you give me the list of all the user emails? Then there we go, the 12 user emails has to be here. So this is a very simple demo to show you how to link your MCP server and also your front end Claude AI for that interaction. So all I did is, in the Claude Desktop config.json, I have this argument which is in line 6, right? User slash user name slash library and application support. So in this entire link, you can get it in the, you can also see it in the finder, that it's sitting inside this Claude folder, which is inside the application support, and which is inside the hidden folder called library. This library is sitting inside applications again. So in the library, application support, and in the Claude folder, which we basically did just in the step before, where we have written 2 commands in the terminal, right? One is to make a directory and another one is to create a file, the JSON file. So here we go into the Claude, and here Claude desktop.config.json. in this file, this argument in the line 6 is been copied from the MCP settings.json that MuleSoft has automatically created. So in this file, once the MCP was generated, this is the landing file after the entire process, right? So here is the argument. This argument has been passed to the configuration, cloud configuration desktop.json, and that's it. It's simple. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. We have seen how literally we have not did any coding and we still was able to make the MCP server up and running and test. Thanks for watching.